Man, this year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September.
A confident and well-dressed group of 76ers making the... Well, thank you, David. We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for him. It's
a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
a look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the 5 down low. And for Philadelphia, big forward pair. Harris the 3 and Horford the 4. Then there's Richardson. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Milton in at the point.
Out of Wake Forest, John Collins quickly emerging as a top-notch scorer. A tremendous finisher, and his range extends out beyond the arc.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And players with big numbers on losing teams can be accused of empty stats. So, Greg, you take Collins's with a grain of salt?
You look at his field goal percentage, high 50s. He's not just a high-usage player. He is highly efficient.
Here's Herter. He's coming off a 10-point game against New York.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
And so here is Philadelphia. After the miss from Trae Young. A shot by Milton, no good. It's stolen, and the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And here's Young. He's coming off a 31-point game against New York. Hunter nails the baby hook.
The big man John Collins seeing the court that time.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Embiid, the pass to Harris. Here's Milton, defended by Young. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. The 76ers with another miss. Hawks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Hunter, no one around him. Paxton coming off the assist from Young. Hunter's got his second basket.
Well, we know that Trae Young is a phenomenal passer, which is why you just can't leave him open like that.
Here's Embiid, and Capella sends it back. Richardson outside. Out to Harris. 6 to shoot. Pass to Richardson. 3-pointer. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
And Herter gets it to go. Brent, talk about the length of the season. Commissioner Silver is also considering proposals to shrink the season. What do you think?
I think it'd be interesting, and I'm not sure financially how the league goes back from an 82-game season and ticket sales and revenue and television and how they kind of unwind what it is they've agreed to. But 70 games to me in terms of the competition, Kevin, in terms of the elevated play of the star players on a nightly basis, the fact that you probably get stars to appear in every game and not be sat out for load management and things like that, I think overall it'd be pretty healthy.
Here's Young, following the basket by Al Horford. Collins kicks to Hunter. This one for 3. Second shot opportunity. Shot by Collins, no good.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Al Horford. They've gotten some big performances from him since the All-Star break. He's averaging 11 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. And very few players in the league can go out and produce like he has. Just a great stretch for him.
He keeps playing like this, and you know in arenas, especially at home, when the star player is playing this well, those MVP chants come raining down.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Thibault, the pass to Richardson. Lets the 3 fly. Thibault can't get it to go. The Hawks leading by 4. To the middle. Here's Collins. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Well, it's pretty clear that Collins is settling in to the strengths of his game.
Back to Richardson. Pass to Thibault. Another miss by Philadelphia. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Here's Capella. That one, no good. Now the 76ers take it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons. And Embiid has got the ball here for the 76ers. They trail by 6. Horford's shot is good.
Good closer to the rack. Horford's added a jumper, but at home on the inside.
Reddish dishes to Young. Here's Reddish. His last outing, we saw him 4 in 22. For 3, and it's Young. That time on the assist from Capella.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Harris's shot is off.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to defend.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against him. They're
what put me over the...
Playing for a historic franchise, Greg, they've got, of course, the great fan support, great history, something Horford relishes.
A great choice. A team with depth and youth. They have a chance to be good for a long time.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
On the court right now for the Hawks, they've got Bembry. Carter is out there with Dwayne Dedmon. Then it's Reddish. And it's Teague in at the 1 spot. Robinson for 3. Good on the 3-point shot.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. And it's good for 2. The Hawks leading.
Well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world, and a personality made for stardom.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
It's deflected. Here's Thibault. Embiid trying to break loose. Doesn't go for him. The Hawks leading by 4. To the paint. Now the 76ers on the break. Embiid leading the charge. And the whistle blows. He's fouled on a shot that misses, but not by much. 2 free throws nonetheless coming up for him.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
You talk about Embiid's personality, whether it's on the court or through social media. Greg, he's not shy speaking his mind.
One of the best trash talkers in the league. He doesn't hold back, but it's never personal. He's embracing the spirit of competition.
And it almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Fernando can't get it to go.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
That one is good from Joel Embiid. Embiid's got 7 points.
And say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
Brent, the league's been trying to clean up some of the physicality that we see, some of the jawing, but there are some players that do a great job of nonetheless getting under an opponent's skin.
I don't think, Kevin, over the past couple of years, we would deem the NBA as being more physical than at any other time. Would we say that?
I think that's fair.
We would never say that. But there are still irritants in the game. And the reason why those guys do that is because that's their competitive advantage. And that's the way the league is always going to operate. There are going to be guys out there who are going to use either their intellect to get inside your head or do things on a physical level that are going to cause you to think about what it is you're doing on the floor.
Exactly.
And when you find those guys, they're really interesting players to watch. You're not going to replicate their shooting form, Kevin. But in terms of sometimes their approach, there are things that you might be able to learn from a Draymond Green or a Marcus Smart.
There's no doubt. Here's Fernando. And Teague has it in the corner. For the 3. It's hauled in by Harris.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Launches a 3. Korkmaz, no good. And Collins has got the ball here for the Hawks. Their last meeting was in Philadelphia, where they were unable to fight off the 76ers.
Yeah, I remember last time they met up, they just got ran out of the building. They weren't too happy with some of the calls in that game either.
Yeah, they wound up with a lot of foul trouble, but that's on them. The officials were calling it tight, and they never really adjusted. They kept committing fouls, kept complaining, and the game kept getting out of control.
The Hawks trailing. Here's Fernando, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Burks the pass to Korkmaz. Rebound, Atlanta. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
And here we go with Horford running up the court. Count the basket. Horford's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
Young pass to Fernando. Here's Hurt. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Fernando, that's good. Fernando's got 4 this quarter.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Now here is Horford. He's covered closely. Second chance shot. Here's Harris. 11 feet out and he hits it. And the 76ers lead by 2.
Beautiful in the mid-range there. Sometimes it looks automatic for Tobias Harris.
Collins wide open. He fires. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. 76ers. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. The first quarter didn't play out the way Philadelphia had hoped. Abysmal shooting. Thanks for joining.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Joel Embiid with a strong contribution in this one.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
3rd quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Richardson and Harris filling out the wing. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. And it's Milton in at the point guard.
And we come back to it again and again. If you're just looking at points and rebounds, you really miss Al Horford's impact. It goes way deeper than the box score.
And foul on the shot he'll shoot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it through the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last 3 years. There's John Collins, Kevin Huerter, and in 2019, the Hawks added 3 more good young players in the draft. DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernando. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. D.A., thank you as always. Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Scotty's checked in for Horford. Robinson comes in for Tobias Harris. And Raul Neto subbed in for Shake Milton. Dedmon's shot is off.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Now, here's Reddish. Richardson covering.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
And the last 2 drafts, the Atlanta Hawks aggressively making trades to assemble this roster.
And drafting DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish, great length and versatility on the wings. You pair that with Trae Young and John Collins, and that's an exciting young core for the Hawks.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Carter, and then Carter with the dunk.
And that's what Carter does best, knifing his way inside so he can finish, put the easy slam.
Scott kicks to Robinson. Richardson outside, over Reddish, and all around the rim that time before dropping in. Richardson's got the lead up to 6 now for the 76ers. Here's Dedmon, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, if the lane opens up, Dedmon is going to sprint through it. He found the gap as a mobile big man and scored.
Kicks it out to Richardson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Clint Capella. Replay angles are interesting, Brent. Instant feedback on social media. Talk about the increased pressure now on referees to get every call right.
Well, so many times, Kevin, on nights where you're working games, you sit there for a minute and a half.
In super slow motion looking at the play.
And still sometimes hard to get it right.
Very hard.
What I think the league should think about doing with the competition committee is every team in the league should have 3 and 4 cameras that are mounted so that every time there's a replay at any given arena, they have access to the same angle.
For every game.
Every game. Where are most of the times these calls being missed? Where are these calls getting wrong? And how is it that we can implement some technology to help us not only get it right more often, which is the most important thing, but also fair and balanced vision for the referees to have an opportunity to do so.
What an excellent idea. And the pass to Reddish. Here's Fernando. He has 6, just 5 on the clock. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Outside Carter, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Al Horford's checked in for Richardson. Atlanta also making some changes here. John Collins, he's checked in for Carter. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Benbrook. Korkmaz passes to Horford. The 19-foot shot. Another miss by Philadelphia. The Hawks trail by 4. Passes to Huerter. 3-pointer. Drains it from beyond the arc. Huerter's got 6.
Shot preparation is fantastic as Huerter's able to get his feet set that time.
That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Defensively, they've been flat in this second half. A very different type of team than we saw in the first.
The kick out to Teague. Pass to Fernando. Back to Teague. For the tie. They grabbed their own miss. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. 76ers on top. They're up by 3. Live. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. The 76ers leading by 3. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. They've got Trae Young. John Collins is out there with Hunter. Then there's Teague. And it's Herter in its small forward.
Yeah, showing some strength in the paint there. Tough rebound.
Hunter kicks to Teague. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The baseline J. Thibault can't get it to go.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Young dishes to Teague. In the corner, Herter with it, and it's sent back by Horford.
Swatted by Horford. In terms of defense, how Horford up there amongst the top.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Joel Embiid comes in for Korkmaz, and it's Shake Milton in for Alec Burks. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Capella's checked in. Herter, no good. The 76ers lead. Thibault, the pass to Embiid. Young with the steal. Fast break, the Hawks. Here's Herter. Finished off the break.
And you talk about clutch plays, I mean, defensively and offensively, and we saw it right there.
Here's Thibault. Rebound, Atlanta. Collins has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Herter, and no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
And that one is good.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Outside Collins. Young outside to tie it up. Hits it from 3-point range. And it's a tie ball game.
You just can't forget about Trae Young. Not for a second out there. We saw him there with that quick release.
And stolen by Hunter. To take the lead, and it's laid up and in by Young. Young's got 5 points now this quarter.
And you might not have expected him to go for the steal there, but boy, oh boy, did that ever work out.
Harris's shot is off. Hawks have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. The Trae. Young's shot is off. Philadelphia has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Harris's shot is good.
Really as good as any passing big that we have in the NBA. Horford is a guy who can run an offense as a big.
Embiid against Collins. Now here's Capella. Tight defense on him. Yep, that one goes. And the Hawks lead by 2.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
And this is what you love about the game. Superb defense, great steal, and just like that, they add 2 points to this narrow lead.
That's the fight. Here's Milton. To the left wing. Here's Embiid. Shoots over Capella, and Capella sends it back. And here's Harris from the arc. Rebounded by the Hawks. Capella's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Young outside. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Here's Milton. Good. And Harris gets the assist. And he's got his first points of the night.
Well, for Tobias Harris to take this step, getting away from scoring and finding teammates to become a more adept passer, that's good signs.
Collins finds Young. Here's Capella.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, Greg, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Feeds it to Embiid. And there's the pass to Thybulle. Rebounded by Capella. And the Hawks with possession here. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Here's Hunter. Off target from outside.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. It falls! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
Here's Herder. Passes it to Capella. And here's Collins from outside. Good.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infected.
And so the Hawks take the
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in
A view of, and before, I love his honesty. All right, thank you, D.A. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Daniel Tice out there with Tatum, and it's Walker in at the point. And for the Hawks, Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the 5, home in the paint.
Well, you can tell there's a team-first mentality with the young gun Jason Tatum working to find the open teammate. Nice.
Here's Herter. Inching our way toward the end of the season here in the NBA, Doris, and just how much fatigue after all these games and all these months and practices and travel. How much fatigue are these players feeling, you think, right now?
Well, I think NBA players like to tell us, come March, come April, everybody has bumps and bruises. No one is 100%. What you're hoping to do as an NBA organization is manage the rest that you can possibly give to your guys down the stretch of the season, because the healthier you are going into the postseason, the better off you're going to be.
Now, here is Young, following the miss by Kemba Walker. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Over to the left wing. Clock at 6. He kicks it to Brown. Tries it from the top of the key. Rebounded by Capella. Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Young passes to Collins. Back to Young. It's stolen by Tice. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way and finished off by Brown.
Well, how about Jaylen Brown in transition, a phenomenal finisher in the open floor.
And that one goes on a bounce. Last touch by Walker. Some good defense in the NBA, so let's check out the leader. The Celtics second.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And stolen by Hayward.
And they're losing their concentration here, guys. Just sloppy with the ball.
Passes to Tice. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. As we get a break in the action, now let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. We'll take a look at the Celtics. Right now, they're locked into third place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs. And, of course, the Hawks. They're much further down in the standings right now.
And, you know, for Boston, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings this late in the season, what an accomplishment.
I don't know of anyone who thought the road to the championship would travel through their building this season, but that just may be the case.
Austin with the ball, following the bucket by the Hawks. Outside Tatum, lots of room, and he nails the jumper.
Well, this guy's so good at making great decisions. Jason Tatum on the catch and shoot. That's nice.
Moves on moves. That's Jason Tatum.
I mean, this guy's a natural isolation scorer. Jab steps, crossovers, turnarounds, fadeaways. He's got an awful lot in his bag. And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
The shot's good from Gordon Hayward.
I think Brown demonstrating he's got a great understanding of the game. He keeps his head moving, his eyes open so he can spot the open man.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Capella. An even 3-on-3 break. From downtown, Hayward grabs the board. And so it's Hayward with it. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Their last encounter was in Boston.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters and that led to some big-time rejections.
The best defenses do a great job of protecting the rim. That team did not give an inch. They defended and contested every shot.
Walker taking his time here. Nailed from three-point land.
And he's kind of always had that shoot-first mentality for a point guard. And when you can shoot it like Walker, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Here's Collins. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
The Celtics with the lead. And it's Walker penetrating. Out to Hayward. Lets it go from deep. No good that time. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And Capella the bucket on the assist by Collins. And that makes it a tie ball game.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Walker against Young. Walker the pass to Tice. 1 second left. The shot missing. Tie game in Atlanta. And a unique upbringing for Clint Capella. Spent years in a...
Even as a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about it.
Just an inspiring story, Greg. It gives you perspective on why you should be grateful for everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capella's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for the Hawks guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Well, as a shooter, when the ball is sent back in your direction enough times, it can certainly have an impact on your mind.
On the court right now for the Celtics, we've got Williams, also Enes Kanter out there. Smart is out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Wanamaker in at the point. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A. And Kanter able to finish. Kanter's got his first bucket of the night.
Elite offensive rebounder from the moment he stepped between the lines. Enes Kanter, that is a strength of his game.
Hawks passing it around. Pass to Reddish. 5 to shoot. Shot from 12. The putback. It's good on the putback. Denver's got the lead up to 2 now for the Hawks.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Wanamaker. Teague covering, and Kanter throws it down.
Understanding how to play pick and roll is so crucial to a big man. Kanter with a nice roll.
Hawks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Teague the pass to Dedmon. Back to Teague. Pass to Bembry. Now Dedmon. Guarded by Smart. Out to Carter. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Here's Dedmon. Rebounded by the Celtics. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
And the Celtics last season mourning the passing of the great John Havlicek.
You know, Greg, he spent his entire career with the Celtics. He won 8 titles along the way. He was known as one of the great competitors and a class individual. His legacy undoubtedly will live on.
Bembry shot good.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Smart passes to Tatum. Outside, Smart. Lets it go with a 3. Carter pulls it in. The Hawks leading. Reddish kicks to Bembry. To the right side. Dedmon with it. Now guarded by Tatum. Reddish the pass to Dedmon. Over in the corner, Reddish. That shot missing. Now Boston takes it the other way. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Outside Tatum. Misses the layup.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Inside, stolen by Cantor. Here's Wanamaker. T covering. Here's Williams. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Wanamaker. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Back to T. There's the dish to Dedmon. Carter kicks to Dedmon. And Teague has it in the corner. To the inside. Reddish. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Well, that's not exactly the most solid screen you'll see, but it still works.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And, of course, there's no questioning Cam Reddish's talent level. Greg, he has a high ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, great size, length, the fluidity as an athlete. He can make an impact at both ends of the floor, shoots the three well for a young player, and you love his ability to match up really 1 through 5.
And here is Hunter after Marcus Smart got his shot to go from deep. For Atlanta, they have shot just one free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game. That free throw missing. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for the Hawks. Daniel Tice is checked in for Boston. And the second free throw, good. Boston with the ball. It's a three-point game. Brown wide open, he fires. A rebound by Young. Over to the wing. Huerter passes to Young. Now here's Capella. Back to Young. The three. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reap.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, a competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. Their largest deficit of the period was just...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Here's Huerter. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And so in the game for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Huerter make up the backcourt. And it's Capella in at center. 4 on the clock. Here's Hunter. Collins trying to break free. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Young against Walker. Left side, Brown.
Well, outstanding contest on the shot, and then he's positioned perfectly to go after the rebound.
Walker against Young. It's good. And the Hawks' lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Kemba Walker. Here, these defensive coaches in our meetings, Doris, talk about their players staying on a string, helping the helper. Help defenders in this league are important.
No doubt, and there are certain guys who are gifted defensively. Paul George, to me, was a Defensive Player of the Year category. Rudy Gobert, multi-time winner of the Defensive Player of the Year. Rudy is considered a great shot blocker, and no question that's the case, but it's because his defensive rotation is so good. Guys like Marcus Smart, the ones willing to give up their body, fly around the floor, be great anticipators. I mean, that impacts winning.
Aren't they fun to watch?
So fun.
Here's Young after the basket by Boston. From deep. But they'll get another chance. Capella kicks to Hunter. Over Hayward. And there's Hunter on the assist from Capella. Hunter's got the lead up to 5 now for the Hawks. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Walker the pass to Tice. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Tice has got 6 points.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Bounce pass Collins. Herder passes to Collins. Now here's Capella. Hawks passing it around. Over Tice. That one off the back iron and out. Celtics trail by 3. Tatum drives in. And the rejection by Collins. Fast break, the Hawks. Now the pass to Young. And stolen by Tatum. It's Brown on the wing. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Capella with it. Now defended by Hayward. Herder passes to Collins. Capella kicks to Young. Here's Herder. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production.
I'll tell you, he has looked just a step slow all game, but his teammates, boy, have they come through.
1:36 left to play here in the third. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Boston again missing.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Collins kicks to Capella. Back to Collins. Pass to Herder. Hayward against Collins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Hunter. Here's Capella. The kick out to Young. Hunter, no one around him. From outside, off the mark.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through. See if you can get an easy opportunity.
Andre Bembry's checked in for Atlanta. Teague comes in for Young. Williams, he's checked in for Boston. The shot by Hayward, wide open. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 3 assists in the game. Bembry the pass to Capella. Kicks to Collins. Back to Capella. Dishes to Collins. Pass to Capella. Down low. Stolen by Walker.
Pick up the pace. Get the 2 for 1 here.
Well, you want efficiency and quality shots in this situation.
Pass to Brown. The Celtics shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
So both teams making some changes here. Shot clock at 6. Hayward passes to Wanamaker. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Here's Teague. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. From the arc, Hayward grabs the board. It could go. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game. And meanwhile, Coach Brad Stevens talking to his team.
Right now, right here.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the floor for Boston. Smart and Brown outside on the wings. Williams is out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Wanamaker in at the point. Here's Wanamaker. He kicks to Kanter. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And Teague's got the ball here for the Hawks. They lead by 1. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them. Carter the pass to Reddish. Here's Fernando. 5 on the clock. They swipe it. Here's Brown. Finished off the break. Brown's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Boston.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Now here's Teague. Reddish kicks to Capella. Just 5 on the clock. Teague, the pass to Capella, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
Boy, not on the same page there, and in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
Atlanta making some changes. Wayne Dedman comes in for Clint Capella. Young is subbed in for Teague. The pass to Brown. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Cantor able to finish.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Passes it to Reddish. Here's Fernando. He's covered by Cantor. Fernando, the pass to Reddish. Sinks that one from the post.
Well, good vision from the inside and kicking it to the perimeter.
Celtics have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Wanamaker looking over the floor. Here's Smart. A putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Celtics lead by 3.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Young dishes to Reddish. Pass to Dedman. The Hawks working the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. On its way from Young for 2. Misses off the right iron.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Brown, good. And now a 5-point Celtic lead.
Oh, Kevin, Jaylen Brown with the big shot, proving hard work pays off.
Young pass to Carter. To the middle. Dedman kicks to Young. Pass to Fernando. Got a piece of it.
Encouraging to see Cantor trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Ennis.
For the Hawks, John Collins, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedman. Hunter comes in for Carter. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Reddish. And then for Boston, Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Williams. Hayward comes in for Marcus Smart. And it's Kemba Walker in for Brad Wanamaker. Now here's Walker. And he converts the layup. Walker's got the lead up to 5 now for the Celtics.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Huerter passes to Hunter. Young outside. Collins against Tatum. To the paint. Back to Collins. The pass to Hunter. Shot from the wing. Hayward grabs the board. Hayward's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the middle. Here's Walker. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
You know, a few more possessions like that one, and they can put the finishing touches on this game. They just have to have effective trips like that one.
How about the vision from the crafty little guard? Young excels at realizing when his guys have clean looks.
Here's Brown, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
And the Hawks making a change here. Capella's checked in.
And for Jaylen Brown at the free throw line, he has worked so hard on his mechanics, and that's paid dividends in terms of his confidence, guys.
Here's Huerter. Inside, unloads from 13. The putback. It's hauled in by Brown. Here's Boston now. They're on a 15-6 run. And Hayward with the stuff.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
It's good from long range. There's 14 seconds left in the game. Young against Walker. So it's the Celtics picking up the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll have...
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on GA. He's done a terrific job. Thanks, David. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Harris at small forward with Horford at the 4. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Milton in at the 1. And for Boston, Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Daniel Tice out there with Tatum. And it's Walker in at the point. Now here's Walker. Shot clock at 5. Passes it to Brown. From deep three-point range, they get it again. Tice kicks to Hayward. The kick out to Brown. Now here's Walker. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. Up again, and it's Brown on the follow. Brown's got the first points on the scoreboard for Boston.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
And then the nifty touch to tip it in as well.
Now here is Harris. His last outing, he had 24 points. Clark, some of those lottery-bound teams now giving more minutes to their younger players, developing them, looking into the future, which means more veterans. Unfortunately, we'll have to sit and watch.
And, you know, I always say this, and it's much easier said than done, but you're a professional, whether you're in the rotation, a young player or an old player, you have to approach it in a professional manner. And that means accepting the good with the bad, the sweet with the bitter, and that takes a maturity level. You know, when the trade deadline is behind you, you only can control what you can control, and that's what veterans should be about.
And hopefully the coach communicates the ideas behind the moves, too.
I like that, but there's no obligation to do so.
Right. It's good on the putback.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
Horford, no luck. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Tatum wide open, he fires one. And it's good off the back rim and in.
And, you know, Hayward's floor recognition and composure, really impressive. Knows precisely when to pass over to the open man.
Now, here's Richardson. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Here's Embiid. Another miss by Philadelphia. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Now here's Walker. 11 points for him in that last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. A shot by Hayward, wide open. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
Yeah, I think the train has left the station in regards to Walker ever being able to live his shoot-first reputation down. But as we see here, this is a guy who can make some spectacular passes.
Richardson against Brown. Embiid inside. Over Tice. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Embiid is a very assertive player, a player who fights the defense on these contact finishes and does so with confidence. You know, guys, it's not surprising to hear that Joel Embiid gets a lot of inspiration from Hall of Famer Hakeem Olajuwon. Both came to the game late. Both represent the continent of Africa. And Embiid really kind of modeled his game after Hakeem, and that's a heck of a model.
And he recovers it. It's stolen by Tice. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter. From deep, Walker. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Already, they've piled up 8 second chance points.
Feasting on those backboards. I love that physicality.
Richardson the pass to Horford. A second chance effort. Here's Embiid. It's another look. There's the pass to Milton. Stolen by Walker. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Milton the pass to Embiid. Over Tice. That one is good from Joel Embiid. Embiid's got his second bucket.
Joel Embiid has a nice shooting touch and does not lack for confidence and seems to be getting better in the mid-range area.
And so it's Boston heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. The game is evolving, and Al Horford has changed his game.
It never occurred to me that I'd be...
And give Horford credit. He adjusted with the times. He didn't stay set, Greg, in his ways.
Yeah, he was always a great mid-range shooter, and he's proven to be a legitimate threat from deep.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Early on, guys, excellent work on the boards here. I mean, you got to like those second chance points they're getting.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence.
Oh, what a finish!
Good.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
And there's been some turnover in the Philly front office, but through it all, some bold moves.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, guys. First, the process, and we heard a lot about that as they were stockpiling draft picks and losing a lot of games. It was maybe the most drastic rebuild in NBA history, at least as I can recall. Then new leadership in Elton Brand, who's done an outstanding job pushing all their chips into the middle to go for it. Great credit to him for not sitting back. In both cases, a plan and a direction, and that's what you want from your organization.
And now the 76ers on the break. Here's Robinson. Poke loose.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game. Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Here's Thibault, guarded by Smart. Thibault can't get it to go. For the Celtics, they come into this one following a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee. And so Boston again turning it over. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Philadelphia 76ers. On Saturday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers. And then on Monday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards.
And it's going to be home game after home game after home game for this group. So they got a great chance to string together a number of wins given how strong they've been playing.
Excellent awareness of where to be on the offensive boards. He did it with great position.
Celtics leading by 5. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Smart dishes to Williams. Here's Wanamaker. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Offensive rebound. Cantor. Back to Wanamaker. From past the arc. Third time is not the charm. 0 for 3 from the floor so far. Thibault, the pass to Scott. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Williams. Jaylen Brown comes in for Tatum. And it's Kemba Walker in for Brad Wanamaker. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. Look, a lot of coaches like to run their offense through centers. Any names you can think of who you'd be comfortable running your offense through at that position?
Well, just because I've watched him and loved his game since locking into him, Jokic. Yes. Man, can he pass it. He can shoot it. He can score it inside. He's got such excellent hands and touch. He's at the top of the list. Marcus Cousins, big guy that can shoot it and pass it as well. And Marcus Hall is also in that list.
You'd feel comfortable with any of those guys holding the ball, distributing the ball, wouldn't you?
No doubt.
76ers moving the ball around. Burks looking around. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative and make something happen.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Harris. He kicks it to Burks. Pass to Embiid. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 4th rebound in this one. Brown against Richardson. Brown the pass to Walker. Brown dishes to Williams. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Daniel Tice is checked in for the Celtics. Gordon Hayward comes in for Marcus Smart. It's stolen by Brown. And Walker with a clear path to the hoop. The shot's good from Gordon Hayward.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Now Richardson pass to Embiid. Fires the 3. And that one is off. That'll do it for the first half. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. Boston had no problems getting going. At one point, they had a 9-point lead fueled by some entertaining. And that...
And we've got 3rd quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And so in the game for the 76ers, Richardson and Harris filling out the wings. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. And it's Milton in at the point guard position. 4 on the shot clock. That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Al Horford.
A remarkable interior presence. Horford's a veteran who still has those polished post moves. And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Richardson outside. Horford kicks to Richardson. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Richardson's got his first bucket in this one.
An elite distributor for a big man. Horford is the kind of guy you want to play basketball with.
And the Celtics rebounding well this summer. From the loss of Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, Kemba Walker possibly a better fit for this team.
And with their young core, understandable that they didn't want to extend Horford out to age 37. A revamped roster, but I think they remain a contender in the East.
Here's Milton, guarded by Walker. Milton the pass to Horford. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Brown feeling out a bit. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Celtics lead by 5.
Hey, the defense has no answer for Jaylen Brown. I mean, when he's dribbling the ball, his teammates know they're in good hands.
Hayward against Horford with the fadeaway. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Celtics. Williams, he's checked in for Jason Tatum. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. But taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. Williams kicks to Hayward. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Embiid.
You talk about players that have transformed their bodies in the NBA. How about Gordon Hayward? Has added muscle every year while maintaining that speed and agility.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Daniel Tice. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Brown. Korkmaz checked in for Philadelphia. Alec Burks comes in for Raul Neto.
And they are earning points with the jump shot now.
You know, Greg, when he came into the league, Hayward looked so young. You almost don't recognize him now.
I mean, the suit of armor from his time in the weight room and the hair looking sharp to match.
Here's Thibault, and play stops as it looks like they call it over the back here.
And guys, as soon as you start going over and through a rebounder, you're probably going to get whistled for over the back.
Yeah, you know, that was out of his reach anyway, so I don't even know why he made that effort. No need to commit the foul there.
And the Celtics making a change here. Cantor's checked in. Here's Wanamaker, and the layup's good off the glass. And the Celtics lead by 5.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Williams. It's tipped. And now Philadelphia on the break. Floats it up for Williams. Embiid with the steal. And here they come. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Feeds to Williams. And stolen by Harris. It's tipped. Stolen by Cantor. Back to Smart. .29 seconds left in the third. Cantor dishes to Smart. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
As tough as they get, Smart's a bulldog out there. Does a good job of drawing contact, oftentimes by initiating it.
Tatum, he's checked in for Gordon Hayward. The 76ers trail by 5. And here's Richardson. Down low, Horford. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Enes Kanter.
You know, he was the 3rd pick in the 2007 NBA draft, guys. Horford won 2 college championships in Florida back-to-back before entering the league.
Smart against Richardson. The 3 from Tatum. Here's Cantor. Back to Smart. Williams with a clean look. No good on the last second attempt there. The third quarter comes to a close. Celtics lead by 4. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Round the small floor with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. Walker and Smart the guards. And it's Williams at the center filling out the middle. That's the Boston 5. The Celtics with the lead. Walker with it. Right side, Williams. 2 points. That one goes.
You know, when Williams gets positioned inside, he just looks to dominate physically, and then he shows you the skill set on top of it.
Here's Korkmaz. 76ers with the new shot clock.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half.
Walker surveying the floor. Williams kicks to Walker. Back to Williams. The Celtics working the ball around now. Just 5 to shoot. Tatum, that's for 2. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And the Celtics lead by 4. 76ers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Burks, the pass to Richardson. Horford dishes to Richardson. And a lot of contact on that one. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Daniel Tice is checked in for Boston. Then for the 76ers, Joel Embiid comes in for Korkmaz, and it's Shake Milton in for Burks. Outside, Walker. Tatum dishes to Walker. A fadeaway, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Boy, Brown, not just a super athlete, folks, but he's got excellent skills as well. A tremendous floor general.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Harris. It's not going to go for him. And it's Boston the other way. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. And here they go. Smart finds Tice. Smart deciding where to go with it. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
1:53 left to play in the final quarter. Walker the pass to Tatum. Back to Walker. Passes it to Tatum, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. The Celtics making a switch here. Hayward's checked in. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Milton the pass to Embiid. Over Tice. Hit the tip. Great positioning on the putback.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in.
But that's the way to go if you've got good position.
Brown gets to Walker. Tatum against Horford. 6 to shoot. Tatum drives in. Boston needs to get off a shot. Tice, no good.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Here's Harris. Rebound, Gordon Hayward.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Back to Walker. A 3 ball. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
No time to waste on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediately.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Tice. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Here's Thibault. Guarded by Tatum. Can't hit that one. Nine seconds left in the fourth quarter. Brown the pass to Walker. Hayward left side. Tice kicks to Hayward. Cans it from downtown.
A tough cover out there. You want to close out hard on Hayward, but you also have to respect his ability to take you off the bounce.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you
you'll be.
The city of Atlanta.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for teams.
Here we go. And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Richardson and Harris filling out the wings. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. And it's Milton in at point guard. And for the Hawks, Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the 5. And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Hawks passing it around. He kicks to Young. Puts up a 3. And Embiid pulls it down. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons. Back to Richardson. Pass to Horford. Nice move. And that's 2 points on the layup. Chris, you look at the grind of a regular season. Adam Silver seems open to fewer games or even fewer minutes per game. What do you think of that?
This is one that I'm not with, Kevin. You know, in my day, you had guys play 82 games. And let's go back to the days of Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. They were playing in shoes that basically were socks, and they didn't have tape, and they didn't have all the things that we're privy to in the medical industry. So I think we should keep it at 82 games and minutes the same, because it keeps a full context of sports where you can talk about Harden versus or Westbrook versus a Big O. It keeps the argument in the same place. I think fewer games, fewer minutes starts to change the dynamics and the expectations of what players can do. I don't mind changing it, adding tournaments, letting guys get more rest, but I think the number of games and the minutes of the game has to stay 48 minutes, has to stay 82 games in my opinion.
Very interesting.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Hits the three-point bomb.
A very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is.
Herter passes to Collins. The 15-footer, and Young with the basket on the assist by Collins.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
Yeah, showing that short area skill allows him to create some space.
Now, here's Hunter. He's coming off a 13-point game against New York.
It was his rebound that stood out even more to me. I mean, they could not keep him off the glass.
Embiid against Capella. Lays it up off the glass.
Proving how legitimate of a threat he is inside. I mean, once Embiid gets it this close, I mean, it's all been over.
Herter, no good.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
Embiid finds Horford. Up top, Embiid. Shoots over Capella. Here's Horford. Second shot opportunity. And there's the call by the official. They'll tap the basket here following the goaltending call.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Reddish, he's checked in for Atlanta. And now the fast break. Embiid with the ball. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Clint Capella.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throws of the night right here. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Capella. Carter comes in for Collins. Embry's checked in for Hunter. And it's Teagan for Young. Scotty's checked in for Philadelphia. Korkmaz comes in for Tobias Harris. That one goes. Count it.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now, here's Richardson. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. 5 to shoot. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. you look at Joel Embiid, maybe the best two-way big man, Chris, in the NBA today. If there's anything he needs to work on, what would that be?
Well, I still think that there's room for growth as far as his playmaking. I mean, Kevin, he's going to command double teams on a nightly basis. So it's all about taking advantage of the defense for sending that extra man.
Raul Neto's checked in for the 76ers. Out to Carter. Outside Teague. On deep. Another three for Atlanta.
If you give Teague enough room out there beyond the arc, he won't hesitate to make you pay.
Embiid.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. That drive by Carter. The pass to Dedmon. Here's Bembry. Back to Dedmon. Here's Bembry. Guarded by Embiid. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And Philadelphia making a change here. Robinson's checked in. Philadelphia leading by 4. Here's Neto. 11 points last game. Robinson kicks to Neto. Right at the free throw line. Dedmon with the block. They recover it. Here's Scott. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
And so it's Philadelphia. A native of Cameroon, Joel Embiid talks about...
not knowing English, obviously.
And that unique sense of humor, Greg, is a specialty of Embiid.
He's a fun-loving guy who's become a must-follow on social media. And the transition he's made has been remarkable.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take so far in Philadelphia?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. You have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, Joel Embiid out there with Mike Scott. Then it's Robinson, and it's Thibault in at the shooting guard. Here's Neto. No points in the game yet for him. Poked away. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Fernando. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
Greg, that's about as high percentage a look as you're going to get. Running the floor beautiful.
Now, here's Scott. 9 points last game. And oh, what a play. He just palms the block. Pass to Carter. Hawks passing it around. Teague for 3. Rebound by the 76ers. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia.
And whether by design or by accident, they drew so many fouls in that game. Foul trouble for the other side became a huge issue.
Yeah, Greg, it forced them to go much deeper into their bench than they wanted to. And then the game got ugly.
Rejected by Teague.
And who would have thought it would be Teague to send that shot away? Great block.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Collins checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Hunter comes in for Carter. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Reddish. Young is subbed in for Jeff Teague. The Hawks trail by 4. Passes to Collins. There's the triple. Robinson pulls it in.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Burks, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
How about the vision from the crafty little guard? Young excels at realizing when his guys have clean looks.
Richardson against Young. Pulls it up. Here's Horford. Great touch on the 16-footer. Horford's got the lead up to 6 now for Philadelphia.
Well, what you get with Horford is a guy who reads defense as well. I mean, he takes what's there.
Young inside. Richardson covering. Back to Young. Left side Collins. Pass to Fernando. Just 4 to shoot. Outside Collins. kept alive. Fernando can't get it to go. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Here's Richardson. Horford. And it's Horford with the extra effort. Horford's got 8 points.
And they continue to control the glass.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Yeah, and I love the fans in Philly. They're notoriously prickly, though. They expect hard-nosed effort. If not, they'll let you hear about it.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
So it's Philadelphia now, following the bucket by the Hawks. Here's Herter, and it's in there. And now it's just a 4-point 76ers lead. As you're talking about the Philly fans, they were even booing their team in that conference semifinal round against Toronto.
Yeah, they got nervous with the season on the line. You can't take it personal. In Philly, they love you just as much as they boo you.
Here's Collins. 76ers getting the bucket. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Atlanta. DeAndre Bembry comes in for Kevin Herter. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Korkmaz is checked in. Richardson against Capella. Here's Horford. That shot off. Good work defensively by Capella. To the wing right side. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Hunter, the pass to Collins. Drills it from outside.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Richardson against Young. To the inside. Harris finds Richardson. The 76ers with another miss.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the...
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie John. Philadelphia finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They've got a 3-point lead.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Al Horford has been sensational.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Hawks. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. John Collins is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Young in at the point.
Well, to me, Clint Capella is a classic center. I mean, I love his hands. Great footwork. I mean, he takes what is given to him. He plays inside, protects the rim. And if you throw it up, he'll finish it with authority.
The Hawks trailing. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Kicks it out to Collins. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And with Capella, that finishing and rebounding are key to his game.
Yeah, and he's only going to keep getting better, Kevin, which is a scary prospect for every other center in the NBA.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Young with no one around. Again, the Hawks score.
And this is why Young is so dangerous. He just gets that shot off so fast before the defense can react.
Here's the break. Here's Herter. It's good. Herter's got it all tied up now for the Hawks.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Harris finds Horford. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Greg, Al Horford over the summer opting out of a contract with Boston, the final year with the Celtics. a bit of a surprise to fans.
You know, Horford said he wanted to test free agency. Talks between him and Boston abruptly ended, was wooed by several teams, but ultimately signed on with the Sixers.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for John Collins. Carter comes in for Hunter. Reddish, he's checked in for Kevin Huerter. And it's Teagan for Trae Young. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Teague, the pass to Dedmon. And there's a whistle. That goes on Neto. That's his first foul. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Outside Teague. Out to Carter for the lead. Kept alive by Atlanta.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, true, but we'll see if they can keep forging ahead. For now, you got to give them credit for coming back. Even when the D is playing off of them, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
And there's the pass to Capella. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Saturday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers. And then on Monday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards.
And no secret that this team can be very tough in their own building. And that's good news as they are loaded up with home games over the next stretch. This is a chance to create some separation.
Here's Neto after Clint Capella's bucket. To the middle, here's Horford. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And as great as he is offensively, Al Horford is even better on defense. Not a volume shot blocker or rebounder, but he's strong, agile, and always in the right place.
And the Hawks making a change here. Bembry's checked in. Philadelphia also making some changes. Embiid, he's checked in for Scott. And it's Burks in for Raul Neto. Now, here's Reddish. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Shot clock at 5. Carter on the wing. Here's Dedmon. Now the feed to Carter. Here's Bembry. Drops in the tray. Bembry's got the lead up to 3 now for the Hawks.
Well, that's almost a sure thing when you leave him that wide open on the perimeter. I mean, that's his sweet spot.
And Chris at the defensive end. So much of it is communication and positioning.
Yeah, offense is trying to force rotations and force mistakes. Horford doesn't take plays off, and his recognition is a step ahead.
Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Burks for 3. Tries to keep it alive. The Hawks leading by 3. To Dedmon. Over in the corner, Reddish. Back to Teague. A beautiful reverse layup. Teague's got 7.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Thibault. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
He seems to have a sense for where misses are going. Embiid, so fantastic at getting ideal positioning on the glass.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Horford dishes to Embiid over Teague. Embiid, no good.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
Carter, the pass to Teague. Here's Reddish. Can't connect. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Hawks lead. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
It makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Then it's Josh Richardson, And it's Milton in at the 1 spot.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
Here's Young. That shot, no good. And Philadelphia the other way now. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. And Collins has got the ball here for the Atlanta Hawks. It's a 1-point game. And it's Hunter with the jam.
And boy, when Hunter's aggressive, good things seem to happen for him and his team.
Stolen by Collins. In the corner, Herter with it. Here's the 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. And the Hawks lead by 6.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
That one is off. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Denver. Al Horford is checked in for Philadelphia. He doesn't get the second one. The Hawks leading by 6. Let's go. And again, it's Atlanta.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Just a dream scenario for them so far. Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Now here is Harris to end the run. Buries it from 3-point range.
The dribbling maneuvering of Harris. I mean, just an absolute genius with the ball in his hands.
And here is Capella. The Hawks working the ball around. In the corner, Collins with it. Pass to Herter. 4 on the clock. Here's Hunter. And it's good with time running down in the shot clock.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Feeds it to Horford. Rebound, Atlanta. Capella's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Out to the wing. In the corner, Collins with it. In the corner, it's Hunter. Pass to Capella. The kick out to Young. Shoots off the step back. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got 5 rebounds tonight. For 3, Richardson. The putback. Rebound, Atlanta.
Look, I know he wants to get them back into this, but that's not the way to do it. They need smart shots, not heaves.
Harris against Collins. Left side, Harris. Embiid wide open. Good. And Harris gets the assist. And that's 13 points for Joel Embiid.
I like seeing Embiid rise to the occasion. He knows how to capitalize during important stretches of game.
And Young takes to Capella. Back to Young. And the pass to Capella. Young outside. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Harris drives in. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. For the finish. And finished off by Collins.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, when you're executing at this rate, you feel like no one can slow you down.
Nice move. No good that time. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Here's Capella. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now here is Horford, following the missed shot by DeAndre Hunter.
I mean, And given his massive size, it's easy to see why Horford picks up a lot of shooting fouls.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7. And Al Horford drops them both.
And good aggressive basketball on that trip. Drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap.
Herder passes to Hunter. Kicks it to Capella. Now Young. Back to Capella. Young outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Hunter. That one's rebounded by Embiid.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, you're right. They desperately need a bucket, and every second matters.
Young, a good look. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Young's got the lead up to 8 now for Atlanta. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Knocks down the 3.
Just incredible patience by Harris, rising to the occasion in a big way with the key basket there. Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
And so it's Atlanta with the W. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say.
And the Hawks with a confident look as they go in. Well, David, he's come a long way. Thank you. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Boston, Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the center, locking down the middle. Fires the 3. Atlanta with the rebound. Last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
Yeah, and their last time playing against this club, they fell short. A lot of cheap fouls really plagued their starting unit.
Hopefully they exercise better caution in this game and avoid cheap fouls that could get them in trouble again.
Boy, he launched that one from way outside. Young's got the first bucket of the game with the 3 for the Hawks. Smitty, interesting fact about Trae Young. Drafted by the Hawks, but he has a strong fear of birds.
Wow. I also heard he even had a meeting with their mascot, Harry the Hawk, to get a comfort zone with each other. They're cool now, but Trae Young, not a fan of other birds.
Now Capella, after Jaylen Brown's three-pointer that didn't go. Young passes to Collins. It's rebounded by Tice.
This is the shot you want, right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Pass to Walker. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And this is why you gave Hayward big money, not just a score in this offense.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Tatum passes to Walker. On the wing, Brown shoots. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Here's Herter. He's coming off a 10-point game against New York.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
Brown drives in. Rebound, Atlanta. Now the pass to Hunter. Stolen by Walker. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way. Finish off the break. Brown's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, smart heads-up defense by Walker, setting up the break. He's so good at coming up with those steals without putting himself or his team at risk.
Passes it to Hayward. The shot's good.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Out to the right wing. Here's Herter. Some solid defense from Brown.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
The Hawks trail by 3.
You look at the Hawks franchise, moved to Atlanta in 1956. Since then, they've been unable to advance to the NBA Finals.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Boston making some changes. Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Jaylen Brown. Now with Atlanta, I think they wanted a fresh start a couple years ago, Steve, rather than be a middle-of-the-pack team.
Yeah, and a primary way to acquire stars is to reboot, dump salary, and nail your draft picks. Then, once you have the young nucleus in place, you add the veterans.
Teague can't hit. Celtics leading by 4. Pass to Williams. Kicks it to Kanter. Left side, Smart. And a wide open look for Walker. Connects from three-point range. Walker's got 8 points.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Embry the pass to Teague. Here is Carter. 5 on the clock. Back to Dedmon. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet.
In terms of set plays, this is where Dedmon shines, rolling hard off the screen.
Here's Walker. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Some changes for Boston. Williams, he's checked in for Williams. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Tatum.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
Pass to Wanamaker. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Walker. Here's Cantor. The kick out to Williams. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Carter for 3. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer. Kemba Walker firing on all cylinders for the Boston Celtics. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs.
So as I'm sitting back there, it's like there's been a trip.
The 5th and 6th picks in the draft, both of them went on to great careers.
And draft day trades happen all the time, but being traded for your college teammate, a pick apart, that's pretty unique.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And you can't cause those mistakes unless you're willing to gamble. So far, they've rolled the dice, and it's paid off.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Teague out there with Reddish. Then there's Carter. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. And it's Fernando in at the power forward. He kicks it to Reddish. The pass to Dedmon, and here is Teague. They get a hand on it. Williams with the steal. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Walker surveying the floor. That's tipped. Just 5 on the clock. Cantor. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Passes to Teague. The Hawks working the ball around. Over in the corner, Reddish. Carter against Williams. And it's Carter penetrating. Good work there as it goes. Carter's got his second bucket of the night. Steve, we've heard Commissioner Adam Silver broach the idea of a mid-season tournament. How that would be structured, I don't know. But do you think that could possibly work?
I think it's a possibility, Kevin. One, I think you definitely have to have the season shortened to 75 games, 68 games. I think you have to do it on the back end of the All-Star break because we know so much as far as the calendar. When can you fit this in? Maybe 3 or 4 days after the All-Star game during that week. Expand that time off of maybe 3 or 4 days. It's possible.
Man, I love seeing Carter take flight. Ben Saturday, a powerful dunker on these alley-oops.
And Wanamaker gets it to go.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
And Smart over to help. Inside. Fernando, the pass to Dedmon. Banked in off the glass. Dedmon's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Carter against Smart. Pass to Wanamaker. Fires from deep. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Wanamaker's got 6.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
And let's take a look at some numbers for Teague. He's around 10 points per game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
Pass to Edwards, beyond the arc. They get a bet.
And Kevin, they dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Collins passes to Capella. Collins kicks to Capella. Collins dishes to Young. Here's the floater. In the corner, it's Hunter. And it's off from three-point range. And it's Williams with the ball for the Boston Celtics. 7-point differential. Drains the three-pointer.
And, of course, this is Smart's biggest hurdle. Sometimes he looks great shooting the three. Sometimes, though, it's just the opposite.
Capella, the pass to Young. Back to Capella. Collins against Cantor. The pass to Capella. Kicks to Young. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Back to Cantor. Passes it to Smart. Edwards with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Down low, Cantor takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Cantor's got the lead up to 10 now for the Celtics. Collins kicks to Hunter. Over Brown. Another shot. Good if it goes. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater.
And Brown.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break at the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome. Kemba Walker was the story in the first quarter. He had 13 points, 2 assists. And that'll...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. What a game we're seeing from Kemba Walker.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Boston, Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Daniel Tice out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Walker in at the point guard. And the shot goes down. Walker's got 15.
That is how he rolls. A prolific scorer. Walker's been calling his own number tonight.
Young taking his time here. Drills the three-pointer. Young's got his second bucket of the night.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
And Smitty, the city of Atlanta, as you know, has really embraced Trae Young.
Kevin, they call him Ice Trae. The franchise handed him the keys, and he's running with it.
Herter passes to Collins. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Young dishes to Hunter. Here's Herter. No good from outside.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Celtics leading by 9. Tatum's shot is off. Capella against Walker. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Celtics making a change here. Wanamaker's checked in. Capella, the pass to Herter. It's a hand on it. And Collins is right there. Collins has got 4 this quarter.
He's a terror on the offensive glass. You don't have to run plays for Collins for him to score.
Here's Wanamaker, defended by Young. Wanamaker, the pass to Brown. Takes a 3. Wanamaker misses. The Hawks trail by 7. Pass to Herter. He dishes it to Capella. Brown against Collins. Knocked away and taken away by Brown. All alone. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
On its way from Young for 2. That one's not going to go.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
And finished off by Brown.
And there's no excuse for allowing Brown to get that deep. He's just brilliant at jamming it down the defense's throat.
Collins in the post. Defended by Hayward. Herter passes to Collins. Young outside. No good on the shot. So the Celtics will take it the other way. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter. Tatum passes to Wanamaker. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Celtics lead by 13.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard. Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Hayward outside. He kicks to Brown. And the rejection by Collins.
Right there, the length of Collins proving to be the difference. Not in my house, he says.
Pass to Capella. Now, here's Hunter. Defense is right there. Collins adds a 2-pointer, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And a new group in for the Celtics. Williams is checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. Smart's checked in for Brown. And Walker subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. From deep, Walker. That one doesn't go. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
Walker against Teague. And the shot is good. 17 points for Walker.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
Here's Fernando. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And so it's Boston. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You see why they trust him with the ball in his hands. He can make the simple play, and he can pull off the spectacular.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the court for Atlanta, Carter is out there with Dwayne Dedmon. Then there's Teague. Then it's Reddish. And it's Bembry in its shooting guard. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That is his first foul of the game. The Hawks trail by 11. Here's Bembry. The pass to Dedmon. So, Smitty, if we take James Harden out of the equation, who has the best step-back jumper in the NBA right now?
You know, there's a few guys. Damian Lillard has an unbelievable step back. Steph Curry, Bradley Beal creates a lot of space on his step back jumper.
Tatum on the wing. Feeds it to Williams. Got a piece of it. 3 on the clock. Shoots from the baseline. Good on the jump shot. Williams has got his first 2 points.
You know, I know they want to make Williams a stretch 4 or 5, but the mid-range jumper at present is still where he's most comfortable.
It's 3 on 3 on the fast break. Smart misses.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yes, getting a little ahead of himself on that play.
Over in the corner, Reddish. Smart on the wing. Williams kicks to Smart. Pass to Tatum. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, you gotta really do a better job on Tatum once he gets on the way up. Excellent at fighting his way through the defense there and still able to convert.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Daniel Tice is checked in for Williams. Hayward comes in for Williams. And it's Kemba Walker in for Edwards. Hawks passing it around. Herter passes to Young. Launches it. Rejected by Walker. And he's able to get it back.
He's had a tough time getting it going. And he's put this team behind the 8 ball.
Outside, Smart. The kick out to Walker. Over Young. Hayward. And Hayward is right there. And the Celtics lead by 16.
Some things you can't teach. Hayward showing natural instincts to the ball right there.
Pass to Reddish. To the paint. To stop the run. And Capella with the layup.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Tatum on the wing. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And Tatum is clever when he's in attack mode. Great at beating defenders to the basket.
And Young kicks to Collins. Here's Herter. Guarded by Smart. Pass to Capella. And here's Young from the arc. Rebound Boston.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Back to Tatum. From 10 feet out. Rebounded by Capella. The Hawks have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Boston.
And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition. And when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And they cap off the season series with one more win. It's been nothing but W's, 4 straight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Walker.
I thought he did a good job of filling out the defense early on. Then once he found his groove, he stayed aggressive throughout.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
And stolen by Williams. And the call will be against Damian Jones. That is his first foul of the game.
When you look back at the draft reports on Hayward, many scouts felt like he would be a player, but never a star.
Teague against Walker. Jacks up a 3, and that one drops.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
And so it's Bostonese. and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys can with pregame. Well, they certainly can. Well done, DA. Thank you. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Collins.
And his scoring numbers have been going in the right direction these past few years. He's gotten better and better at handling what those opposing defenses.
Opening lineup for Boston. Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Daniel Tice out there with Tatum, and it's Walker in at the 1 spot. And for Philadelphia, Richardson and Harris filling out the wings. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. And it's Milton in at the point guard position. Hayward finds Tatum. Shot clock at 6. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Doris, you look at these two teams, both with strong rebounding numbers.
Kevin, we are talking about two teams who play a physical, aggressive style. There is no back down on either side. I would anticipate a rugged interior game that might lead to a little bit of chippiness. Right up your alley, Kevin.
Oh, don't we love these kind of games? I mean, these are a blast to call.
No doubt.
Out to Hayward. The 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Well, you can tell there's a team-first mentality with the young gun Jason Tatum working to find the open teammate. Nice.
Now here is Harris. Embiid, the pass to Horford. And here's Embiid. Over Tice. A putback, and Embiid is right there.
Smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Now, here's Tatum. He had a 30-point outing their last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And what a wrecking ball defensively, seen by the 4 steals he had in that game.
Horford against Tatum. Horford in the post. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, this guy's such a polished player from this area of the floor. Al Horford, it doesn't get any easier than that one right there.
Walker goes in. Rebound by the 76ers. And the pass to Embiid. 76ers moving the ball around. Here's Horford over Tatum. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
I'll tell you, for all the intangibles that Al Horford brings to the table every night, the leadership, there is such a humble, authentic, unselfish nature that I think sets the tone for the whole team.
And the veteran leader, Al Horford, a calm, quiet locker room presence, Doris, but his words carry a lot of weight.
No doubt, Kevin. Why? Because he's always team first, because he plays the game the right way, and this helps create a culture of winning. It's why Al Horford is so coveted.
That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other. And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Harris dishes to Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, here's Walker. 11 points for him in that last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
You got to shadow Walker. His mid-range game is on point.
Here's Horford. It's a three-point game. The feed to Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Here's Brown, and the rejection by Embiid, and he gets it back. Hayward looking around. Pass to Tice. Goes back up. The basket good off the assist from Hayward.
Well, you can see how dialed in Gordon Hayward can be. When he's on his game, the vision is exceptional.
Embiid, the pass to Richardson, and the 76ers tack on two more.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Celtics trail by 5. Pass to Tice, and stolen by Horford. And now the fast break, Embiid with the ball. Hilton the pass to Embiid. Here's Richardson, and no good that time. And it's Boston the other way. Their last encounter was in Boston.
And in that one, the offensive execution made the difference. They found and exploited the mismatch repeatedly.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
Now Brown following Tobias Harris's three-point attempt. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Tatum on the mark with the 15-footer. Tatum's got his second bucket of the night.
You have to be effective from anywhere on the floor if you're going to be elite. Jason Tatum, the in-between game, that's on point too, fellas.
Hilton the pass to Embiid. The 76ers with another miss. A big-time effort for Joel Embiid. Gordon Hayward reunited with his college coach, Brad Stevens.
Our relationship started when I was a...
And I'm sure, Greg, that relationship played a big role in Hayward deciding to join the Boston Celtics.
And not just a connection, but a respect. Hayward now a veteran in this league, while Stevens has moved into the conversation for one of the better young coaches in our league.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And guys, what's your take so far in Philadelphia?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
They've got Embiid. Mike Scott out there with Robinson. And it's Neto in at the point guard. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter.
Elite offensive rebounder from the moment he stepped between the lines. Enes Kanter, that is a strength of his game.
Here's Thibault. No good on the triple. Celtics trail by 3.
And the Celtics, Brad Stevens, one of the youngest head coaches in the league, and also one of the more respected.
And Greg, I was surprised that he didn't get any Coach of the Year votes 2 seasons ago. Think about it. The Celtics overcame injury to make the Eastern Conference Finals. Last season, he admitted his most trying in the 12 years as a coach. Boy, he is looking to get them back on track.
Now here's Smart. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Feeds it to Williams. Trying to find Kanter. Gets it to him. Williams dishes to Brown. Just 3 to shoot. Fires from the wing. And it's blocked by Scott. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And some changes here for the 76ers. Korkmaz comes in for Joel Embiid, and it's Burks in for Raul Neto. Celtics also with a sub. Williams is checked in. Scott, good.
They are just killing him on the interior.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Smart. And Kanter throws it down.
Oh, Kevin, don't you love how unselfish Marcus Smart is? Sees the open man, whips the pass over in just the right amount of space.
Here's Thibault. Burks finds Robinson. Williams Williams with the block.
The amazing thing about Williams, yeah, he can block shots inside, but he can also block shots out on the perimeter. His ability to play in space means he's more than just a rim protector. Doesn't care where you're shooting from.
And the 76ers making a change here. Horford's checked in. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. It's good on the putback.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Now, here's Burks. 11-point game his last outing. Knocks it loose to the right side. Shoots the three. Sinks the three-pointer. Burks has got himself on the board with 3 there. You can't help but notice that teams are shooting earlier in the shot clock. One theory being the faster you shoot, the more possessions you get.
Well,
and the numbers would speak to that.
No doubt, Kevin. And the reality is, for announcers and for fans, that breakneck pace makes it more exciting for us. One NBA coach told me this past year that your field goal percentage in the first 10 seconds of the shot clock gives you your best opportunity to make it. And the longer that shot clock goes on, the more your field goal percentage dips. So, hey, good for us, good for the fans, good for the teams.
And that's because the defense has a chance to settle, correct?
Exactly right.
Back to Williams. Passes it to Tatum. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. And a look now at the Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards. Then on Sunday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
Horford gets the bucket.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Wanamaker the pass to Smart. And they call an illegal screen here. Well, with this break in the action, let's see which players have had the hot hand lately. Here are the top scorers in the past month. Second is Jason Tatum.
What a performance offensively. Something has really clicked with his game over this stretch.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Williams. And it's Kemba Walker in for Brad Wanamaker. Richardson. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Horford finds Richardson. Back to Harris. Over Tatum. Tries again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Jason Tatum. Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers, and I think it makes sense for both sides, and he fits nicely next to Embiid.
Raul Netos checked in for Alec Burks, and the Celtics also making a change. Daniel Tice is checked in for Tatum. It's Korkmaz in the corner. Neto surveying the floor. Back to Horford from outside the arc. And Boston with the rebound. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks. Here's Smart. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And some...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game. It was Joel Embiid who got hot in the first. He had 10 points, 4 rebounds, and... Thanks for joining us, folks.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
Oh, his power is unbelievable. An intimidating force when he's at his best.
Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the 5, roaming the paint. Embiid, no good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Hayward kicks to Tice. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And the city of Boston, 12 championships since 2000, 6 in football, 4 in baseball, and 1 apiece in hockey and basketball.
Greg, you'd have to say Boston has become the sports capital of the country. The fans are knowledgeable, they're passionate, and they are justifiably proud.
Now, here's Richardson. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. There's the pass to Milton. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Tice.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Tatum wide open. He fires one. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Tatum's got 9 points.
Now, this guy's so good at making great decisions. Jason Tatum on the catch and shoot. That's nice. Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
Now here's Hayward. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Out to the right wing. Tice passes to Hayward. The Celtics need to get a shot off. It's stolen by Brown. Pass to Tice. Fires for 3. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Embiid. The 76ers with another miss.
Boy, yet another missed opportunity here. Whatever they talked about at halftime, it's not working.
And here's Tatum for 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that will be the 3rd of 5 straight played at home. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for 1 more.
Well, this is an example of the court awareness we talk about with Al Horford. This guy's a very willing passer.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Jason Tatum. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Gordon Hayward. And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect him.
Now, here's Burks. After Enes Kanter's miss, Burks' shot is good.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Down low, here's Kanter. And the rejection by Embiid. Kanter finds Walker. Here's Wanamaker. That one, no good. And Philadelphia the other way now. Here's Robinson. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got his 3rd assist on the night.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Now, here's Brown. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. To halt the run. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got 6 rebounds in the game. Harris's shot is good. Now it's a 7-point 76ers lead.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Williams from outside. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Yep, that one goes in there. Robinson's got the lead up to 9 now for Philadelphia.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Walker the pass to Wanamaker. The Celtics working the ball around now. The drive by Kanter. And Kanter throws it down.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by the Sixers.
And slam dunk by Harris.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second-half run.
And I think, Greg, it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Williams shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And he's got his first free throw of the game. No good on that one. Some changes for Philadelphia. Scotty's checked in for Embiid. Korkmaz comes in for Glenn Robinson III. And Raul Neto's subbed in for Burks. Then for the Celtics, Williams, he's checked in for Walker. And Smart subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. Now, here's Scott. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. For Philadelphia, they haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
Shooting for Philadelphia.
The first free throw is good. And the Celtics making a change here. That one is no good. Celtics trail by 9. Brown kicks to Hayward. Smart wide open. He fires. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Smart's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, Kev, it's great seeing Marcus Smart drain these perimeter jump shots. You know he's put in the time to let that offense become a natural part of his game.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to...
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Down low, it's Harris and Horford. Then there's Richardson, and it's Neto in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And they're pushing it up. Brown the pass to Hayward. He feeds it to Cantor. Brown wide open. He fires. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Horford's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Korkmaz. Neto. Great positioning on the putback. And the 76ers lead by 10.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
One-on-one here. Here's the lob for Harris. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Daniel Tice is checked in for the Celtics. Jason Tatum comes in for Robert Williams. Brown against Richardson. Pass to Korkmaz. He kicks it to Horford. With the tip. It's rebounded by Tice. Celtics trail by 10. Here's Tatum, and slam dunk by Tatum.
Well, Jason Tatum at 6'8" with authority. That's nice.
The 76ers have gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Here's Richardson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Jaylen Brown.
Shooting for Philadelphia, Josh Richardson.
That's good from Richardson. Walker's checked in for Jaylen Brown. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Of course, it seems like Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, is one of the most well-liked commissioners in all of sports, worldwide. Why do you think that's so?
Well, I think he was amongst the most important members of the staff of his predecessor, David Stern, who obviously oversaw the greatest growth in NBA history. The NBA became a global game. But Adam Silver didn't skip a beat. He is a great listener, a great communicator, and I've said this about the NBA for a very long time. It is a league that is in constant self-evaluation process. It is always looking for ways to improve the league, whether that means organizationally or with the play between the lines, and that's all you can ask for, Kevin.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
The 3 from Tatum. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Tatum. Celtics making a switch here. Wanamaker's checked in. The 76ers leading by 8. It's Richardson on the wing. Kicks to Horford. On the wing. The 76ers again can't hit it. And it's Smart with the ball for the Celtics. And here's Walker outside. It's hauled in by Thibault. Philadelphia's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. No good on that one. Good work defensively by Smart. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Walker with a clean look. Boston, no good that time either. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
And stolen by Tatum. Deflects the pass. High post, Embiid. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Milton. Connects in the foul line jumper. He's got the lead up to 10 now for the 76ers.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Walker the pass to Tice. Shoots over Embiid. And oh boy, a lot of contact there. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the 76ers.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And this will push their record to 39 wins and a good effort tonight. And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Joel Embiid.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
5 on the clock. Here's Thibault. Can't hit from 12. Right side to Walker. Tatum. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker.
Man, you can get chills watching Jason Tatum want to deliver in the clutch.
So Philadelphia wins it. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.